Welcome to Chicago.
SportsTownChicago.com.
O'Hare.
Broadcasting live from Sportstown, Chicago.
Broadcast home for your Windy City Bulls and Chicago Dogs.
We're in a league of our own. Now, here's your SportstownChicago.com update.
At 8:44, I'm Matt Donlee with your SportstownChicago.com update, brought to you by the Illinois Media School. If interested in a career in media, go to BeOnAir.com. Instead of holiday shopping, the Bears will be playing the Eagles this Black Friday in Philadelphia, meaning the practice week is already underway at Hallis Hall. On the injury report is another linebacker, this time Ruben Hippolyte, who was a non-participant at practice today as he left Sunday's game with a shoulder injury. Safety Kevin Byard, the team's co-leader in interceptions this season with 5, spoke today on the significance of Friday's game for the team.
It's awesome just to be in this position to be in a primetime game against two teams with the same record. It can be very important for us to go out there and obviously on a short week, be able to execute the game plan and do all those things to try to go get a win. The next game is the biggest game of the year because the more you win, the more important each of these games are. So we're going to treat it as such.
That audio courtesy of the Bears. Friday's game will be at 2 on Prime Video with the Bears 7-point underdogs. Earlier tonight, the most recent college football playoff rankings were released. No change in the top 5 spots, and Oregon moved up to number 6. Notre Dame remains at 9, and Michigan moved up 3 spots to 15. SMU, Pitt, and Arizona joined the ranks this week, and Illinois was dropped out of the rankings following their loss Saturday against Wisconsin. After last night's loss in New Orleans, the Bulls are off until Friday when they play the Hornets in Charlotte. Kevin Huerter and Nikola Vucevic, who each missed last night's game, are still listed as day-to-day. In other NBA news, Chauncey Billups pleaded not guilty to charges of profiting from rigged poker games tied to the Mafia. After his plea in federal court in New York yesterday, Billups could face a maximum 20 years in federal prison if found guilty. Coming off 3 losses in a row, the Blackhawks take the ice tomorrow at home against the Wild at 7:30. Left wing Andre Burakovsky did not skate with the team yesterday, as he is day-to-day with an undisclosed injury. This has been your SportsTownChicago.com update, brought to you by the Illinois Media School. If interested in a career in media, go to BeOnAir.com.
Perfect timing with the Mafia.
You want to hit that mix down? You want to hit that mix down?
And you will respect my authority.
And now, it's time for the Matt and Lee Sports Talk Show. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another edition of the Don Lee Sports Talk Show. Thanks, guys, for kind of making my update a little interesting there, I guess. I guess the Mafia got them. I guess the Mafia's laughing matters these days.
That was like the most generic way I've ever heard anyone say that someone got caught in the Mafia ring.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Chauncey Billups got caught in the Mafia ring. Loved it, though. It was amazing.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. The
awesome.
news updates are good. Welcome into today's show here, folks. We got our guest, Adam, who is the host of the Fifth Quarter. Is that right? The Fifth Quarter podcast?
It is the Fifth Quarter.
Fifth Quarter show here. He's home to the Fifth Quarter show here. One of the hosts. And we got a co-host over here. Welcome in, sir. And you are also a student here and an avid college football knowledgeable personality here. We're going to be talking about your alma mater today in Alabama with Rivalry Week. We're also going to be talking NBA action. We're going to be talking about some announcers in the NBA and some of their, disdain for some players, if I could say. And we're also going to be talking about some hockey culture related things, their fights, their mannerisms, just the way that they are. It's pretty cool. No doubt. So we got a great show ahead for us today, folks. Lee, where can the good people find you on social media?
Hey, everybody. You can find me at BROGEODI on all handles.
Well, me?
Oh, yeah, you got it, Adam. I was Adam.
Where can we find you, Adam?
Silently and invisibly.
I can write it down on a piece of paper. Slim_Schnady on Instagram. That is SHNADY, Slim_Schnady.
Fantastic. Good stuff, folks. So we're going to start talking college football here. It is officially Rivalry Week.
Don't forget where you are, Matt.
Oh, I can't forget about myself, Lee. Thank you so much for looking out for me. Matt _D14 on Twitter. That's Matt with 2 underscores D14 on Twitter. How thoughtful of you, Lee. Thank you. Thank you for not forgetting me.
Hey, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's coming up. That's true. That's true.
What are friends for?
Exactly. I'm thankful for you guys for sure.
Shameless plug.
The shameless plug indeed. So, Adam,
NCAA forever.
got a question for you.
I'm open.
Alabama is playing a night game against Auburn. Does that scare you at all this year, or does Alabama have it in the bag?
Alabama definitely does not have it in the bag. I know that's a bit of a hot take to an extent, but at the same time, we lost to Oklahoma. So, and for this instance, we lost to the number 11 seed at that time. But seeing how Ty Simpson threw those interceptions, the defense wasn't in sync, and just overall, a couple of receivers made a couple of big-time drops. I would say this is going to be a little bit more competitive than what we normally see. I mean, last year we beat Auburn 28-14 at Bryant-Denny Stadium. I was not there for that, sadly. But in Auburn, it's always a tough game. The Iron Bowl is always tough. One of the top rivalries in college football. So you never know what you're going to get. Heck, last time it happened, when it was a night game in Auburn, the kick six happened. So
that's why I was asking if you're scared that it's a night game. Maybe there's some superstition to it there. Night games are bad for Bama.
Hey, what's crazy? I actually don't have those superstitions. I just kind of go on a hope and a prayer that Ty Simpson does something really good, and he has until those interceptions. On those interceptions, but never leave out Bama, never leave out Auburn for these games. I think we're gonna win by a touchdown. But
so you're saying a kind of a close game there?
It's going to be a close game. Yeah, it always is.
And so, being a Bama alum now,
yeah,
and congratulations on your recent graduation last spring, right?
Summer actually, August of summer.
Oh, so it's very recent. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
What does it mean? We talk about rivalries here. What does it mean to be at Alabama when you're playing Auburn? What does that mean? What does that rivalry mean to the students and the fans of Alabama? Like, why is that so important?
I'm gonna keep it PG here. So.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
No, absolutely. A lot of unwavering loyalty. I mean, Bama fans, old and young, root for the Tide. They bleed crimson. I mean, they treat each other, as Brian Kelly says, like family. I mean, I gotta say, just the fans meeting each other, it's not really friendly. I'll say that. Every time I've seen a Bama fan go to an Auburn fan, it's always like, in the nicest way, like, hey, get out. I'm not going to put any other words in there, but, it's just even the culture. And like you said about culture, I know we'll talk about that later, but like in terms of culture, like even the fans get into it. But that's what also makes college football so fun, because with Bama and Auburn, it's always just something so nasty. It's always something so like, I don't know the word to describe it, but like authentic. There we go, authentic. Because especially with fans who have been fans of these teams for years, or even just even a few years, they just get into it.
And I love to hear that. I gotta ask: is it that deep rooted where it doesn't matter who's the quarterback this year, who's starting or who's benched? Right? Is it like that much team spirit where this rivalry has been going on so long? Doesn't even matter what's going on. We're just rooting. We're going hard.
Yeah, I mean,
do they ever disagree with the coaching staff? Like, is there ever any trouble on either one of these teams? Let me know.
I mean, I don't know what's been going down in Auburn, but they fired Hugh Freeze, and their Super Bowl is beating Bama every year,
right?
And they haven't done that in a little while, but we'll see. Again, I mean, Bama always has these weird off and on games, especially the one was it was 2 years ago, the 4th and 31. That game tells you how close those matchups are.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago?
It was, but it tells you, kind of going on to the point, like rivalries, for some reason, one team could be horrible. One team could be at the top of the rankings. But at the end of the day, for some reason, it's like this. Mm-hmm. And when they go against each other, it gets brutal. I mean, look at Georgia Tech and Georgia last year. That went to several overtimes. Georgia won, but still, even if Georgia Tech wasn't as good as Georgia, like, you just see how that ended up.
Yeah.
It's going to be close no matter what.
Yeah, they're gonna want to fight.
Well,
And I can speak to that a little bit. I'll show the
oh, you got the game coming up.
Some wreck.
I got my Ohio State Natty sweatshirt on here.
Yeah.
gotta show the people at home. So I thought, put your hat on. There we go.
Tell them where you can get that sweater too, Mac.
Yeah, I think I got this on Fanatics, honestly.
Nice.
but
Fanatics.com.
Yeah.
Go in order.
And we can't give away those plugs for free, though. You know, they gotta.
You gotta wait for your code. You better search Google.
Yeah, gotta find it. But I thought that, I'll say this, and I will acknowledge my privilege of being an Ohio State fan, because I was born in 1999. I'll tell you that. And, there were a few years early on, 99, 2000, where it was kind of back and forth between Michigan and Ohio State. From 2004 until 2019. So that's what, a 15-year window. Michigan won one game. And all I knew growing up was Ohio State dominance. And I thought that would never end. But then, some things happened in Ann Arbor. They got this guy. I can't remember his name. I think it's Connor something. But he got promoted to a position where he was able to, maybe help out Michigan in some ways that other teams might not be able to get helped out. If you catch my drift a little bit here, Lee, they were kind of cheating over there at Michigan for a little bit.
I thought he was the offensive coordinator for Central Michigan.
I don't know his allegiance to Central Michigan at all, but he,
Took the signs, man.
There was a picture, Lee, of this Connor Stallions guy. He was out scouting for Michigan ahead of their Central Michigan game. He was there on the sideline, kind of watching their signs and everything.
No doubt.
Very illegal. But so, Michigan was a good team. They were a good team. Sign stealing aside, they were a good team. But then we got to last year, and I said, okay, Ohio State's lost 3 in a row. I'm ready for the comeuppance. I am ready to get back to winning like we need to. We've got a team that eventually went on to win the national championship. I thought, and Michigan comes into the game 5-6. They've lost some really bad games. Yeah. And I'm thinking, it's at Ohio State. Finally, we have it in the bag. And then they blow it. They just blow it. They try and run the ball when they have the best wide receiver maybe ever.
Oh, was this a 13-10 game?
Yes, that was 13-10.
That was last year's. I remember. I watched the whole thing. That was brutal.
Yeah, and I feel like this team this year for Ohio State is even better than they were last year. But I'm always going to be nervous now, because now that I've lost. I shouldn't say now that I have watched Ohio State lose 4 years in a row to a good Michigan team, a mid-Michigan team, a bad Michigan team, there is never a year where it is safe for Ohio State, Michigan again in my life. I got some wisdom, some knowledge, some life experience in those 4 years for sure dealing with that.
So. No doubt about it. Right.
Yeah, I mean, the game is the best rivalry in all of football. I mean,
I'm gonna search the spread. See,
one of the more
12.5 Ohio State right now.
Yeah. Okay,
I can quote it for you. I've been following it on the.
Will you give them that 12, baby?
I hope it goes way over that.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I would always be just on the lookout just to see, even if Michigan's not having the greatest year, for some reason during these rivalry weeks, they're super close, or you might just get a potential upset. It's just how these games go. I mean, Michigan and Ohio State have just they hate each other.
Yeah, they do. There was a great moment in the tunnel in 2013 where Michigan is basically trying to start a fight with Ohio State, and they need police and everything to come in. Last year after the game, some Michigan players got maced at midfield by security because there was a full-on riot going on. Basically, it was insane.
The players got maced. Was this on accident? Were they trying to
they got maced intentionally. The officers pulled out that mace and sprayed it right in their face.
What?
Because there were some fights going on after the game because Michigan tried to plant their flag in midfield. Some Ohio State players took exception to that. Boom, we got a brawl going on.
That's an understatement right there.
Segment next week. I didn't know that.
I mean, Alabama and Auburn, I'm kind of bringing it back to that just a little bit. It's just, I haven't actually seen a flag get planted at either field. It's
just means more in the SEC. Maybe they're above that. I don't know.
I've seen fans do some weird stuff. I mean, LSU fans aren't extremely nice. I can tell you firsthand. I've seen there's one story I have where I was actually on my way to the game. It was Bama versus LSU. And one guy tried starting a fight at a tailgate, all because he's like, "Oh, you're not one of us," blah blah blah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, people just kind of troll, And that's how those fights start. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how it happens. It's just you're always going to find these weird situations, and the fans are always going to go against each other, especially like the Michigan Ohio State fans, and for anyone who's seen some of those videos, they're not pleasant. They're not very pleasant. I mean,
yeah, and I think what really goes to the reason why it's so rooted in, why it means so much more and why these players sometimes tense up during these games. Mm-hmm. It's rooted in amateurism, right? I know that the players are all pretty much paid now, but it's, especially in the South, there is no NFL team in Alabama. It's Auburn, it's Alabama. Those are your football teams there.
Mississippi and all that.
Yeah, the SEC, that's why, I think that's where that comes from. It just means more is because, well, what do you got in the South? You got the Falcons, the Florida teams, if you count them, and then you got the Saints, the Titans, and that's pretty much, and the Panthers, I guess. But it's all spread out, right? Whereas each state, basically in the Southeast, gets their own SEC team.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a level of like amateur pride to it, but I think even more so now, it's just, you kind of realize what this means in these games is you feel the pressure. And I think that's of speaking to the Ohio State perspective, these players tense up and feel the pressure. They can go out against Rutgers and win by 35 with ease. And maybe that Rutgers team on that given year is better than the Michigan team, but because they're wearing that uniform and because of what's happened in the past, and now it's on you to be the class that breaks that streak and to win that game, it can be tough. Oh, yeah. And I'm sure that weighs on, even though Auburn is not at the level Alabama is anymore. They were good in the early 2010s, but
Cam Newton.
Yeah, they haven't really gotten back since.
Well,
I feel like those Auburn players definitely feel that as well. Of hey, we got to be the class to beat Alabama here.
Oh yeah, and kind of going back to the Auburn point, like it's a really good point you made. I 100% agree with that. At the end of the day, as well, I mean, Auburn fans really just want to beat Bama, and I'm not just saying that because me Bama, like no.
With your head.
I mean, I had to throw that in there, but
yeah.
No, I mean, Auburn has not had a lot of good seasons. Some of them have been 5-7. They're just short of a bowl game. I mean, they want something. I mean, the last few coaches they've had have just been kind of tanking the team, and you kind of see it. This is not, the Auburn way. Usually they have good teams every once in a while, but again, it just hasn't shown through the coaches. Plus, you also look at it as, their Super Bowl is actually beating Bama in the Iron Bowl. I mean, I know that because I've talked to a couple Auburn fans and a lot of Bama fans about it, and they say, Auburn just wants to win against Bama. If they can do that, they're going to be the happiest people in the world.
And that's what they prepare for all season, really, is for that game. And you don't have that as much in pro sports, I feel, because there's such an equal level of competition across the board. Typically, these guys are getting paid. And yeah, you could have a rivalry like in the NBA between the Knicks and the Celtics, right? That's a rivalry, yeah, but at the same time, there's a level of professionalism that
still has to be upheld.
Yeah,
I'm curious, who's got the biggest fan base? I'm sorry, Al.
No.
Who's got the toughest fan base out of these guys? Those four that's coming up. This quadruple header. Ohio State or
I'd be biased Alabama. If I said yes. So what do you think? What do you think, Adam? Do you think Ohio State's got the biggest fan base?
Ohio State or Alabama are my top two, I should say.
I will say a lot of these top colleges will have them. Also, you got to consider the bandwagon fans that are a part of the fan base. You take that
what
out
do
of
you even consider as fans, right? Anybody can wear a sweater like this.
My first sweater was an Ohio State sweater.
Literally, one guy, let's just say, I know this would be just a sin, but a Michigan guy, seeing his team do bad, takes it off for Ohio State. That's just a sin.
That guy's got to be
a sin.
His football card needs to be removed immediately.
That's what I'm saying.
They've got a couple of them out there. Yeah.
But no, I would agree. Ohio State's like top 3.
Yeah, Alabama and Ohio State both have very large, considerable fan bases.
Oh yeah.
I think and I've spent a lot of time in the Ohio State fan base sphere and circle, and so I all the message boards and all the little communities and posts and stuff. It's crazy. Last year, I believe it was during the playoff game where the announcers were talking about the lunatic fringe who's freaking out about Ohio State's loss to Michigan, and they're kind of nuts. I'll say I'm kind of part of it too. I'm kind of nuts sometimes too. I will go on the record and say I was very questionable about Ryan Day's job after that Michigan loss last year. I was very iffy about whether I wanted him as the head coach or not. But then he goes and he wins the national championship, and I'm like, okay, he's fine. He's just still got to beat Michigan. But
I actually heard an interesting question from my stepdad the other day. We're talking about Ohio State, funny enough, and he was like, would you rather win the rivalry game, lose the national championship, or would you rather lose the game and win the national championship? Because both are huge games.
Yeah.
That, again, as I said earlier, the Michigan-Ohio State D game is the biggest game, rivalry game, that you'll get in college football. So either way, I mean, yes, you won a big game, but at the end of the day, the national title is the goal. Yeah. And Ohio State did it. Yeah, you lost, but I mean, still, you prevailed. You made Oregon look like the number 23 team in the nation.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God.
It was a fun run. It was a lot of fun, that playoffs.
You got
last year, I'll take what happened last year any day. But this year, in the context of this year,
yeah,
I would, and it's going to sound crazy, and a lot of people are going to hear that and say it's just insane. Maybe it's a dumb fan take here, but this year I'll take a Michigan win over another natty. We got one last year. I'm happy with that. I'm not too greedy when it comes to that, but we got to break the streak. Like, we cannot, Ohio State, they cannot continue living in that world of losing to Michigan.
That's definitely the Ohio State of you coming out.
It is. I will take a win in that game over. It just, as a fan, you feel the passion, you feel, and then after the game when they lose, you go out and you see all the Michigan fans celebrating, and it's like, it just builds something in you. It's like, we got to win that game.
Yeah.
Wait till next year, bud.
Exactly.
No.
Wait till 4 years from now.
But, sometimes in college sports, particularly football, there are times you need to make a sacrifice. And sometimes those sacrifices means, losing the game. But, your overall goal, again, is to win that national title. So, yeah, Michigan may be laughing at you guys, but you'll be the last ones laughing when you guys win the national title. True. I mean, that's just, as a Bama fan, we want, we've been spoiled with Saban. Well, I'll be honest. 17 years of Saban, we have a high standard, which it's good for fans. But at the end of the day, when you get a new coach, it's like, come on, give him a little time. He's not going to. But again, with the 12-team playoffs, it's a little more understandable considering that, Bama has that certain standard. And Ohio State has that standard too. So, from winning schools, not to say, every school is like terrible. No. But, but we understand, we want to uphold a certain standard. And, winning the Iron Bowl and the national championship, or the game or the national championship, is a double whammy. Yeah. I mean, that's the holy grail.
That would be great if you could do both. That'd be fantastic. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. No, my bad. Basically, what I was going to say is, Lee, do you think that there's any? We're talking so fiercely about these college football rivalries, right?
No doubt.
Do you think that there's anything in professional sports that can compare to this level of fierceness, to the extent of derangement, where it's like, I'll take a win over this team versus,
Not really. You know what I mean? That's why the depth comes in, so heavy. I was like, it's made me ask that question about, no matter what quarterback, no matter what player it is, no matter what roster, that team spirit's just always there. It's like, we're just going to do whatever it takes to get our team to the top. You know what I mean? They don't really care about the particulars, and I love that.
Winning in college football is like taking one step at a time, rearranging the playbook for specific teams, and being able to manage time as well.
No doubt.
And knowing what a timeout is. Thanks, Matt Eberflus. But, no, I mean, all in all, there's a lot of things you got to look at. Your defense, your offense. Obviously, part of that offense is the quarterback, the backbone. And using Ohio State as an example, they got Will Howard from Kansas State. Looking at it, some people were like, he hasn't won. He's been to bowl games. But you got Ryan Day. You got Hartline as the offensive coordinator. Yeah. You also had Chip. Oh, no. Hartline he got promoted. It was Chip Kelly.
Yeah, Hartline is the current offensive coordinator, but he's been the wide receivers coach for the past 5-6 years, basically.
But, he's also a phenomenal recruiter, just to point that out.
He's amazing, yeah.
But at the end of the day, Will Howard also went to a perfect system. He threw numbers that were fantastic. Again, you guys made number one Oregon look like, a high school team.
It's nice when you got Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate and Emeka Ibuka and all those other guys.
Hey, let's make a trade.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Brian Williams for Jeremiah Smith and Cardell Tate?
No. No.
I tried, guys.
Absolutely not there. You can have them the past 3 weeks when they were resting, but at their best, no, definitely not.
I should have asked on the bye week.
And the weird thing right here, before we kind of move on, the weird thing about Ohio State with their national championships, you look at 02, 14, and last year, and none of those quarterbacks really went on to be amazing NFL prospects. None of them went on to do anything great. And it's kind of ironic, Ohio State had C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, and now you look at those quarterbacks, they never win the Natty. But then you get some. You were kind of saying this random dude from Kansas State. He's able to do it because of that system as well.
I just want to point out one thing, too, that 2014 for you guys was a very interesting year because you had J.T. Barrett who went down with injury, and then you had to call Cardale Jones.
Yeah.
That was an interesting year for you guys.
12 gauge was pretty impressive. I liked him quite a bit. Yeah.
Before we trail over, I know you had Ohio State minus 12.
Yep.
What would you take? Both.
Yeah.
You're taking Ohio minus the spread, and then Alabama, I'm guessing. Would you take the spread too?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I don't think Alabama's going to have any problem. I think Ohio State is going to keep it close and then pull ahead and win by 14.
That offense and defense is unbelievable, I got to say.
Let's hope. Nice. I'm hoping Carnell and Jeremiah can play for that game because they've been kind of rested. Ryan Day's kind of been a little mum about it, but they'll be fine. So.
Fresh legs shouldn't be a problem. Everybody's young and fun. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should be good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If we go to the national championship against you guys, I might bring a couple of whites with me.
Easy cleaning.
Easy cleaning. Oh, my God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. So, coming up next, right? I'm guessing we've got some hockey to get into.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And I got you here. They might seem like normal guys in real life, but on the ice, they won't think twice about throwing a punch. Leon and Adam will talk about hockey culture and what makes the NHL players tick.
Chicago sports for sure.
SportsTownChicago.com.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee. Like a smooth, new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream pie cold brew. What could be better than an iced or frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
When car dealers fight for your business, you win. AutoJudo.com makes car buying fun by letting dealers compete for your business live. Real-time Auto Judo fights are the fast and easy new way to get multiple dealers' best offer on any car you want. It's free and anonymous. Only the dealer you select as the winner of your Auto Judo fight receives your contact info. You're never obligated to buy, so test drive your best deals now at AutoJudo.com. Dealers fight, you say.
Yo, check it out. We got the finest pizza in all the land. Italian Fiesta is on deck, and I'm telling you, it's a hit. These pies don't miss. No matter what time you get the munchies. Pepperoni, extra cheese, turkey Italian sausage, they got all the toppings. Italian Fiesta delivers until midnight during the week and 1 a.m. on the weekends. Plus, you can use your Uber Eats or Grubhub if you got the app. And if you ain't rocking with the pizza that night, try one of their sandwiches or pasta. And they have plenty of side dishes, just like me, if you know what I mean. Hop online and go to ItalianFiesta.com or call 773-684-2222. Piece of pizza, that is.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday nights, it's free football and darts in the sports bar. Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool and darts team. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All the ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay a $5 cover after 9 p.m. Thursday night starts the weekend off right with College Flashback Night. Low price drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet. Friday and Saturday night, it's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
You've tried the hit places, but they leave you hungry with an empty wallet. That's where Gretel comes in. They got what you really want. Visit their chic, lounge-like gastropub and try one of Chicago's top burgers, the Gretel Griddle Burger. The house-made bun and garlic aioli set this one apart from the rest. And don't miss half-price oysters, 4 to 6, Monday through Thursday, with rotating drafts, craft cocktails, and portions that don't skip. This is one of Logan Square's best-kept secrets. Monday through Thursday, 11 to midnight. Friday and Saturday, open till 1. 2833 West Armitage. Gretel, let's make this a night. Visit GretelChicago.com for menu and more.
Yeah, and if you're Caden Hamill, you best be ready for this one. Waiting for the first punch, and they both start throwing. Look at this, Caden Hamill gets the best of Alex Deluxe. Are you not entertained?
I think we're entertained when it comes to hockey fights every single time.
Oh yeah,
Lee, is that your favorite part of going to a hockey game?
For sure, for sure. I want to see the tempers fly.
Yeah, that clip courtesy here of ESPN, NHL on ESPN as well. Great job getting some good on ice audio, and that's really something that's cool about the modern technology with the NHL. You can hear everything. These guys are mic'd up. They got the mics in the glass, like you can hear everything. So good job to NHL on ESPN for that one for sure.
Oh yeah, big that.
Adam, what's your favorite part of going to a hockey game?
The speed.
It is very fast.
It's fascinating.
And also with just how fast you could take a slap shot and the puck you don't even see it.
That was a good snap. That was a good snap right there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
do it again. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Let there be obviously a twinge of sarcasm based off the topic, of course, right? My favorite thing would probably be seeing the puck go in, right?
When
they actually score.
That is the objective. Last time I checked, that was the objective.
It's so cool sometimes the way that they team up.
No, I know
that puck in. You know,
it's amazing.
Like triple shots and whatnot, a zigzag. I'm like that. It is pretty. Pretty blissful, I should say.
And like one thing about like the Blackhawks culture in hockey, like specifically when they score a goal, they Chelsea's dagger. It's been like that for almost 15 years.
Yeah. I don't think they can ever change from that. That is like the quintessential Black. They got to get back Madhouse on Madison up there for when they play it.
Yeah.
And they pay into that on the TV and they show everybody freaking out with the Madhouse.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that.
No doubt.
I miss Pat Foley and Eddie Olczyk.
Man,
I met them.
They're nice. Did you really? How'd you meet them?
I was 16, and my stepdad was like, "Hey, they're at Buffalo Wild Wings. You want to go?" I was like, "Yeah." They were in Vernon Hills.
Easy peasy.
So yeah, I have.
That's pretty awesome.
I have a pennant of just Chicago Blackhawks pennant, but it has Pat Foley on one side and Eddie Olczyk on the other side. It had Eddie Olczyk 16 when he was with the Rangers and the Blackhawks.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was he eating?
What was he eating?
Yeah.
Probably some wings, I'd assume.
Attention.
He was eating it up, I'm sure.
No, because Pat Foley was also known for saying "tree turdy tree in the turd."
He did, and that people still quote that today. I heard somebody say that the other day. I'm like, yeah, it just seeps into the culture.
I would have lined up to hear him say it for sure.
Yeah,
kind of going back to
my wings.
Oh, sorry. No, kind of going back to the culture. I mean, it's amazing what announcers also do because they bring in their own personality and kind of mesh it in with it.
They do,
and the fans kind of say, "Hey, that was Pat Foley or Eddie Olczyk."
Oh, you can hear him right off the bat, especially when Eddie O was going to more national games. I'd always get excited to hear him on there.
Mm-hmm. And Doc Emmerich.
Oh, Doc, his intros that that can get you running through a brick wall.
Look to the NHL on NBC. Those were amazing intros. I'll miss them. I'll miss them.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's the beauty of hockey, especially is it goes with the players, it goes with the announcers, it goes with cities sometimes when that is the entire identity of the sports in that town.
Oh yeah,
is what that can do for you. And what I wanted to talk about today when it comes to hockey in general, and it feeds into the NHL for sure, and we can see it on the ice as well with some of the passion that they play with. But it takes a unique individual, I feel, to become an NHL player, especially if you're from Canada or the U.S. Going through from the time you're probably able to stand, you're put on ice skates.
Yeah.
Right. And like a lot of other sports, they're given a football or a basketball, right? These guys are learning how to skate when they're babies. And they're going to these camps, these exposure elite things where they're able to showcase their talent and get on these highly competitive and selective teams at the age of 7. Like, it's insane, the pipeline that goes to the NHL.
Passion.
I mean, you just look at it. I mean, Canada is extremely competitive. I know that's their sports. I know it is a stereotype, but like, it's so true. I mean, at the end of the day, look at Connor McDavid, Connor Bedard. I mean, some of these players that are basically generational players, exactly what you said. They started off when they were young, they built their way up, and then now they're doing just phenomenal. Also, Frank Nazar is also doing really good.
He is. Oh, I was happy to see Frank come back. He was out for a little bit with that injury, and now he's back. And
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank is doing good for sure.
Oh, Mr. Kaminsky. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, what y'all talking about?
Well, I mean, you also got the Florida Panthers down there doing their thing. I mean, with Matthew Tkachuk, also part of culture. Again, I know I keep bringing it back. Injuries.
Oh,
because a lot of NHL fan bases are actually very passionate. Actually, and some are like, "Hey, is he actually okay?" You know, blah blah blah. When some are like in the NFL, comparatively, like you'll be like, "Oh, let's just get the next guy in." NHL is a little bit more charismatic, or has like more charisma towards these players that are injured. Again, Matthew Tkachuk had an injury that was meat off the bone. I mean, disgusting. I mean, obviously he got it all fixed. People are wondering when he comes back and all that. But I mean, it also represents the toughness of these players as well.
Oh, they are so tough. I'd say hockey is the toughest sport for sure, because they're taking all these injuries and they're going back in. They'll lose 3 teeth and then they'll go back into the game. And they'll beg to go back into the game, and they'll get upset when they can't. And I got a question for you here, Lee. These guys in the NHL are making the lowest of the big 4, right, in terms of their annual salaries. A high-end player would probably get paid $10 million a year in the NHL. And that's, kind of a, average player, I'd say, average so-so, a little bit more experience in the NBA. Do you think that when it comes to culture and how these players care about their craft, care about their game, and we're going to be talking in NBA later, and I know you're a big NBA guy, do you think that money plays a role in how hard players compete and exert themselves in these games?
Now, with that being said, just going back into how you talked about those 4 players being on the lower side of pay, I wouldn't say so. I think that in most sports you do have individuals who are geared more towards the income, the outcome as well. Because some people don't just only care about the money that's coming in; they care about their health long term, right? How a certain contract will wear down on them, and connection with family, staying close to loved ones. So a lot of that factors in. And I think that, when you do mention people taking the lesser end to be so passionate about a sport like this one, money probably isn't always the issue. You probably do have some type of significant tie to something like that. Especially, I know with the fight culture itself, it's probably like a ode to liberty. I mean? It's sort of like freedom of expression. I mean? I'm pretty sure that means more than money to a lot of people. So I can imagine.
And just kind of piggybacking off of that, kind of playing the devil's advocate here.
Sure.
You got players like Brad Marchand, who, with players, they look out for their health. They have to in order to keep consistently playing.
Yeah.
With Brad Marchand, he's getting older. He's 37, almost 38. He signed a 6-year deal for $5 million per year. And, if you look at it, it's like the health versus the longevity. Sometimes it works. Most times it doesn't, because you think you can say, "Hey, I can last this long," but at the end of the day, it comes down to, can your body keep up?
Yeah.
Because especially when you move up the ranks, you got ECHL, AHL, NHL, it gets harder.
Yeah.
And overall health is more important. Yes, you want the money, obviously, but your overall health. If you don't want to lose teeth, have numerous concussions, I mean, I think that takes more priority. Again, the money does have priorities, but your health overall has more of one, because you want to stay alive.
Yeah, definitely. I think also when they do get injured, it's also the maintenance of injury as well. A lot of people sometimes get out early back on injuries. That's one thing, but even though the others that do culture to it, they do tend to it for a period of time. It's still a lot of force and labor on those bones and muscles. Bones and muscles, excuse me. I don't think a lot of us realize sometimes. I was watching NBA workouts more recently, getting behind the scenes, of course, and they go really hard actually. To do that every day, actually, it's pretty extreme. All the running and extra conditioning that they do outside of just making sure the shot goes in.
Oh yeah,
keeping that body up, and that's wear and tear as well.
And also, like, with the injury reports, like after the Stanley Cup final, you ever notice, like, you hear these stories like, oh yeah, he was playing on a torn pec, or he's playing on a broken hand.
Yeah,
like that's crazy. Like these guys, I mean, that's dedication to your team and wanting to win. One of the best trophies, one of the hardest trophies to win. I mean, if that's not dedication, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
no doubt.
And I think, especially, talking about how when hockey players are developing and growing up, they have this sort of bond, and hockey players can have their own hairstyles, they have their own lingo, they have all these things that make the experience of being a hockey player unique. And they grow up with these guys, and they dedicate their life to this, and other sports do as well. Like guys in the NBA have dedicated their entire life to this. Same with the NFL, MLB. Their whole life probably revolves around the sport that they play.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think the basis of the original question I pose is when you have a guy that's making $5 million a year, which I'll take that. That's some good money right there. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Versus a guy making $25 million a year with and both of them have an opportunity for extension, right? It's maybe some of them who are making that less money will, I don't know if I want to say play harder, but maybe risk more. You know what I'm saying? Like risk a little bit more on these plays. Maybe go a little bit harder. We've talked in the NBA about how sometimes in November it can be like, okay, the game's out of hand. Let's take it easy type of thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of where I was coming at with that. Maybe the salaries have something to do with the fact of, hey, look, I got to be more preserved. I got to take better care of my body. I got to do all these things because, hey, I might have $40 million next year. As opposed to guys saying, well, I'm just going to play until my legs fall off and, make $5-6 million a year.
I mean, it's extremely rare to see someone even playing in their 40s, like going into their 40s, like 42, 43, even just 40 overall. I mean, look at Jaromir Jagr. He's 50 still playing. I don't know if anyone knows that.
That's insane. He's over in Serbia or something.
Czech. Serbia.
So I mean, like overseas type thing, right?
Yeah.
Different league, right?
He plays for the hockey club he owns. HC Kladno, I believe.
That's incredible. He's living the dream, I think.
He's 50 something and he's still playing professional hockey. Like
for his team.
What were they feeding him?
Yeah. He played like 30 years in the NHL and said,
I'm done.
I'm not good enough to keep playing in the NHL anymore. I'm going to go over and play in Europe.
I'm going to buy the team and just put myself on there.
Yeah.
Owner can't be upset about that.
And you got Thornton with the Sharks, who went into his 40s. I mean, that man had good big beard. Also, beards are also a part of the tradition of hockey because throughout the playoffs, it shows the grit, the toughness on you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things that are part of this culture that just makes it such a fun and unique experience.
Nice.
I don't know. I've always loved hockey. It's just the speed, the fights, the hits against the boards.
No doubt.
The amazing goals.
Yeah, and when it comes to the NHL, it's the smallest of the big four markets, but it's got one of the most loyal fan bases. I feel people who love hockey, and some people that I know that is their one and only sport that they will watch religiously. The team's good, the team's bad. They just love hockey to death. And I think it's beautiful.
Fantasy hockey isn't that good though.
No, I tried that once; it wasn't great.
Oh no! I after one game, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. But no, the actual game is amazing to watch. In person's even better.
Yeah.
Oh, and next up, we're going to announcer wars. Just a little bit about commentators and how maybe they can polish up on their approach.
I sound a little cocky, but I think we're legends in Chicago. We really are.
SportsTownChicago.com.
We're all looking to save $1 these days, right? Well, Pino's Domain is the perfect spot for pizza lovers with the $10 and under menu that'll make your taste buds and your wallet happy. Fried chicken sandwiches, just $6. It's so good I had to start working there just to eat it every day. That's not all. Grab 2 large one-topping pizzas with extra cheesy goodness and a 2-liter soda for just $26.30. Plus, order online to get 5% off exclusive deals. Family owned and operated for 30 years, open 7 days a week, and until 1 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Check them out on the corner of North Main and Willoughby. Pino's on Main.
Oh my God, I need some Pookie's crack cake. Pookie's crack cakes?
Yeah, girl. You ain't never heard about the best crack cakes in Chicago?
They're right there in the Bronzeville area, right at 105 East 47th Street.
They're moist, delicious, premium homemade cakes made fresh daily. One bite and you're addicted.
They got the caramel cake, butter pecan praline, and red velvet. Ooh, and don't forget the strawberry lemonade and the chocolate Oreo dream. They're open Wednesday through Saturdays, 11 to 6 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Early arrival is highly recommended. First come, first serve. They give out tickets at 10 a.m.
Just mention you heard it right here on Real Girl Talk Radio and you'll get a free butter cookie with your purchase. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Pookie's Crack Cakes.
Girl, where you going?
I gotta go get my crack cake.
Let's go.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swamporama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park, and Alpha, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swamporama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swamporama, the first name in flea markets.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Get money for that old car sitting in your driveway today. No more insurance payments. No more playing taxi for your friends and your family. More room in your garage with Winning Auto Wrecker. Winning Auto Wrecker comes directly to you and takes that problem car away and off your hands. Call anytime, day or night at 888-555-0910. Or go to winningautorex.com and we will take that junk off your hands in no time. You win, we win with Winning Auto Wreckers.
He's right there. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance to order beer. But we didn't come here to drink beer. We came here to win this ball game.
Chicago's so lucky.
SportsTownChicago.com.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Pizza at your house and you can get it at the store. Uh-oh, here we go. Chicagoland area. Little Caesars is heating up for the summer. Try our new Crazy Puffs, $3.99. Walk-in or delivery. 7 days a week. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. filled with cheesy mozzarella pepperoni pizza sauce, buttery garlic flavored drizzle, Italian herb and Parmesan seasoning, deep dish Detroit style pizza $7.99, super cheesy bread $5.99, hot and ready combo $12.99, and for your daily deals, go to LitCaesars.com. Oh, Little Caesars, with our crazy puffs and cheesy dreams, you light up my soul with your pepperoni schemes. With every slice we share, with every moment we did in this piece of love affair, so you didn't hear that just here. You don't want to miss out on these delicious deals. Visit your Chicagoland area Little Caesars today. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Back to your home for sports. Here's your SportsTownChicago.com
At 9:32 p.m., I'm Lee Sanders with your SportsTownChicago.com update powered by the Illinois Media School. If interested in a career in media, go to beonair.com. It was swell in the NFL for San Fran fans. 49ers defeat the Panthers 20-9 at Levi's Stadium yesterday. Brock Purdy had 1 touchdown with 3 interceptions, going for 193 yards on 23 for 32 of his attempts. Christian McCartney would rush for 89 yards and score a touchdown. On the other side, Bruce Young would throw for 169 yards, going 18 for 29 attempts, with 29-yard touchdown connection to T. McMillan. The Bears will look to square off against the 8-3 Eagles this Friday, November 28th, 2 o'clock p.m. at Lincoln Financial Field. Caleb and company looking for win number 5 in a row, coming off defeating the Steelers last Sunday, 31-28. This just in, Pelicans advanced to 3-15 yesterday, outlasting the Bulls 143-130. Ayo Dosunmu will lead for the Bulls with 28 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist, and Kobe White with 24 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Bulls did have 3 other players in double digits, however, for the Pelicans. Zion Williamson, 29 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, while Troy Murphy and Sadiq Bey would shovel in 20 points apiece, combining for 40 points, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists as well. Blackhawks seek to bounce back against the Wild tomorrow in the United Center at 7:30 p.m. That's coming off the 1-0 loss against the Avalanche on Sunday. The Fighting Illini defeat the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley 87-63 yesterday. They advance to 6-1 and prepare to take on the Huskies in Connecticut Friday, November 28th, 11:30 a.m. I'm Lee Sanders, and this has been your SportsTownChicago.com update, powered by Illinois Media School.
Stop it, Klay Thompson. I see grabs a leg there. And Klay Thompson is doing Klay Thompson things, barking it out. It's not even his nature. Nothing about that is in his nature to do any of it. He's going to go ahead and sit down. They'll it'll probably be a technical foul of some nature, but there's no way in the world. Klay Thompson's never been an enforcer. You're never going to be an enforcer in this league in any way, shape, or form.
Some strong words there from the Mavericks announcing crew, kind of throwing a little bit of shade at Klay Thompson there.
What's this about? I'll speak over you in this segment. You can talk over me. I'm just adding background noise. This is something. Yeah. What's going on with that, man? I mean, if Klay wasn't an enforcer, can I just say, man, is it too late for him to try to become one at least? Man, just sticking up for his partner. What was that about, man? What'd you think, Josh?
He's getting late. Welcome to the show, Josh.
Appreciate it.
Another co-host of the Fifth Quarter Sports Talk Show here. How you doing today, Josh?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's a pleasure to have you, always.
Appreciate it.
Where can the people find you on social media?
You can find me at Instagram _Gango with 5 O's, Twitch, Trap Gango, YouTube, My Fault Gango, and then my TikTok, My Fault Gango with 2 O's. It's a lot of O's. But it's okay. It's okay.
Count them out.
Josh, what do you make of NBA announcers kind of feeling the need to interject as they will about these players that, they probably don't have a lot of a personal connection with, but they still feel the need to speak on them?
I just think it's funny. Like some of them, they're just like outrageous. Like they don't need to be like. Some people just don't need jobs. Like no disrespect, but and then there's like the ones that are funny though. Like the Klay one was funny because it's like he's shout out Klay, but Klay on the Mavericks is like Kevin Garnett on the Nets. It's like just I'm saying like nobody care. Like I'm saying it's just like that.
Sort of has a point.
Yeah, but there's like the Hornets announcer, right? Him. He could do whatever he wants. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest announcer I've ever heard.
He's like, very hype.
At least like modern NBA. So he can say whatever he wants. I'm with it. It's just some announcers just don't have like when the Pelicans on Derek Queen, like I don't like that. Because Derek Queen can actually hoop. Like if you actually watch him play basketball and the moves he's doing, stuff he's doing at his age and his size, he should be he should get the love and respect he deserves. I don't like how some of the announcers need to chill. Some of them, the Klay one was funny because he washed. Like you ever been like think of like think of players who are like it's over with. Like you go to a new team. He left the Warriors to go sign with the Mavericks, and look how he's playing. At least he hit my parlay. Shout out you, bro. You hit my parlay. But you're you know what I'm saying. You otherwise you're washed. You are washed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you say it was a little bit of a point to it. You probably could agree, man. I mean, that's how I felt too. It seemed like there was some truth to it. Is he like what you would figure an enforcer, like a Draymond Green or?
No, he's not Draymond.
Not even close, maybe.
No, brother.
Henderson close. I don't think anybody in the room would agree.
He's an inconsistent shooter, bro. He's like Buddy Hield.
No
he's
doubt.
Like Buddy Hield. He's like Buddy Hield on the Kings. Inconsistent shooter. That's what he is.
No doubt. And so, what do you think he means by enforcer, though? Do you think he just means offensively on the court, or do you think he means as a leader? Because in the pretense, if he's like sticking up for a teammate, right after a hard foul, it was cool. You sticking up for Cooper?
He could do that. He gonna have to do that because Cooper is just he's the number one option right now. They got because AD they about to move off AD. Kyrie injured. Clay's plays just made of clay. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. Like it's just not good. So you gotta enforce. You gotta do something to help out the team.
Got to protect your guy, right? But at the same time, I think there's a way of doing it. I think the announcer there kind of took exception to the fact that it was kind of like a tripping a little bit. And, there's kind of a way where, it's different. We were just talking about hockey. An enforcer will go up and shove you up against the boards and throw a punch in your head. You can't do that in the NBA. So there's levels to it, especially when players are very health conscious, like we've been talking about. You don't want to hurt anybody. But at the same time, when you're sticking up for a guy, you got to make sure it's known that, hey, that foul was a little bit too hard back on the other end of the court.
No doubt.
You better ease up a little bit here.
No doubt. I can dig that. And the ref officiates. They're like, y'all get this out the right way.
Yeah.
Like men should.
And at the end of the day, the refs are going to call what they're going to call, and sometimes they'll make a mistake, sometimes they won't. So that's where you got to, be there as that, quote, enforcer to make sure that guys know, hey, this is the future right here. We might have rigged the lottery system to get this guy. You got to make sure that we're taking care of him.
Yeah. So, I mean, shoot, I just wouldn't be surprised if we see Dark Side Clay come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Next time, I don't know if
his next arc,
Stacey King. Yeah, right. That's the next backstory because, you might feel a way about that. It wasn't just that made the announcer wars come up. I feel like you touched on Derek Queen. You know what I mean? There was a video with him just kind of having some really nice shots with English on him, right? Getting into some tough situations going downhill. And where it looks like even a couple times he was sandwiched between two defenders. Still able to get English off the basket, English off the backboard. For anybody listening doesn't know, it's a roll off the fingers. You know what I mean? A sort of a flick where you kind of send the ball at a projection where it's not going straight off the backboard. It's the best I can give you. It spins, but it's a certain art to it where you're making it spin off an angle, go straight into the net. And he was doing it pretty well, and the announcers were kind of calling them prayers and stuff of that nature. I feel like that's an important component of basketball to understand the type of shots being taken. So you're not kind of ruining the game for people who probably don't know the game who are watching.
And that's another thing. And we have another addition to our crew here today. Nick, go ahead and tell the people what you think here.
I just had a quick question, kind of related to sticking up for your guys and the fact that you guys brought up Derek Queen. Yeah. He broke an unwritten rule this past week. I don't know if you guys saw.
Yeah.
They lose by like 14, 12, whatever. It doesn't really matter. They were losing by almost 20. 12, 15 seconds left on the clock. Derek Queen steals the ball instead of letting the clock play out. And then he goes ahead, dunks it. I think it was the Hawks. I think the Hawks weren't too keen on it. Yeah. But, it was kind of one of those things where Derek Queen was kind of 50-50, like, hey, like, don't do that. But also, like, you know what? Let them play. Let the boys play. Like, I just want to get you guys kind of perspective, what you guys thought about, like, just what he did, just the whole idea of unwritten rules in general. Do you, like, despise any of them? Do you like any of them? I don't know.
Sure. Like, I mean, I feel like when it comes to that rule, definitely it's unwritten for, I think, the lead. I always assume that whoever is up, they were up 19, by the way. You were right there. They were up 19 points. You don't want to keep trying to score, keep trying to put pressure. That's why they do accrue those turnovers. So, in my opinion, I think he's fair. I do understand the frustration. It has been a natural remedy where both teams kind of give it up. You know what I mean? But maybe I'm being biased because I like Derek Queen. What do you think?
It's almost because he's a rookie.
Yeah, that part too.
I think it all comes down to intention. What was he trying to do? Was he trying to stat pad? Or was he trying to, just play hard?
Was he trying to poke around with him? Because we've seen him try to pants Cooper Flag, right? Just recently in the last game.
So I mean, that's his
just
brother.
A funny guy,
that's
right?
really his brother. That was his high school teammate.
He's a cool guy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that. In terms of Derek Queen, I like Derek Queen. He's on my fantasy team. He hits every time. Like, you're the GOAT, bro. Like,
no doubt.
I mess with you, bro.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying?
That's how Josh determines who he likes.
Yeah, because like fantasy, like you're a GOAT, bro. Like you're on my fantasy team and you're like cooking good work.
Derek Queen.
I'm
Derek
saying
Queen
like
projections coming soon.
I'm saying in terms of everything going on, like I like Derek Queen because of the fact that like he's like his game, like his game is so different. Like it reminds me of Jokic and Tim Duncan. It's like a mixture of both. He's just like so like he has a lot of like I don't know. He's like finesse, and he just looks like he looks I don't know. He looks different. Him and Jeremiah Fears. He's also a Pelicans. He's the guard. Them they could be like a baby Jokic and Murray in a couple of years. That's
They
the
could
route.
get there. They could get there. for
They
sure,
can
yeah.
get there if they really lock in. Because Zion is healthy. He's
That's a constant if.
Top-
That'll be an if for the rest of the time.
top 5 power forward I've seen in the league, but he just got to stay healthy. That team could go somewhere. That team could definitely go somewhere. It's just the fact that they're not healthy.
Yeah, scores a minimum 18 points at ease.
Right, and then all the stealing and then the unwritten rule. I've seen people get like overly mad. Like I remember like Lance Stevenson did it, and the Raptors. PJ Tucker was about to get what? He was about to go crazy. So it's like those there's Lance. He's a troll, so his intention wasn't right. I get Derek Queen's a rookie. He kind of just wants to stat pat and get more points. I feel like there's certain players who have certain intentions for that. Like there's certain intentions behind it, but like you just gotta. It's an opinion based. It's opinion based because like somebody gotta know what their intention is because the person they're gonna know what their intention is, but it's up to you to know what you think their intention was. You know what I'm saying? So
No doubt. Yeah, and a good question posed because if you watch the clip, you can also see he kind of like turns towards the half court direction, sort of facing out of bounds. It's kind of like Peter Paul said, "Try them all. If you're gonna put it in my face, I might as well take it too." That could have been part of it as well. It's too easy. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and I mean it's one of those with the unwritten rules. Like we saw this with the Sox in 2021 with Yermin Mercedes and him hitting the grand slam 3-0. You know they're up 15. They got a shortstop in there throwing lob balls, and his manager got mad at him for swinging at that because it's like you don't show up your competition. It's like, well, we're playing a professional sport. Should I ever really take it easy? I mean, I get if it's a blowout, if you're up by 40, like yeah, man, just chill. You don't got to square the ball. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. I don't mind the fact again with the intention, but I don't mind players actually playing it out and. There's a reason the unwritten rules are in place. These guys got to protect what they got and everything. But at the same time, I don't know. I find them kind of weird sometimes when the rule is stop playing. And that's essentially the rule is to, in football, hey, you're up by 3 touchdowns with the final possession. The unwritten rule is just hand it off and run out the clock. Well, shoot, what if I got a wide receiver that hasn't seen the field all day? I want to get him a target, and it's not to make you look bad. It's for my own guys to play. So as a coach, it can be in a difficult position to determine, do we just kind of end the game or do we keep playing? So
yeah, definitely. Another thing I want to ask about before we leave the NFL, the Browns punt from the 29.
Yeah, that was
sorry,
insane.
29. Yeah,
sorry.
Now,
just sorry.
What is this? Adam. Yeah. What happened? Why did they punt from the 29?
Come back, Adam. Come back.
Yeah, it's the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they're destined to just be bad.
Sorry,
Shante.
Is it?
I mean,
it's the Browns. What was his name?
Oh, Kevin Stefanski.
Stefanski.
If you want my answer, I'd say yes.
I think they're on to him.
Look, Stefanski. I just got to say, he coach of the year. 2020, I believe.
Yeah.
And the Browns, I think this might be a bit of a hot take, but they'd be stupid to fire him because he's one of the only coaches within the last 2 decades to bring him to a playoff game. Other than that, I mean,
that happened like 4 years ago.
But again, you ever seen that meme where it says "We're the Cleveland Browns"?
I was gonna quote that.
That's exactly. It's Cleveland. It's Cleveland.
What you been doing for me recently though? Like,
man, nothing. Poo-poo garbage.
I mean, if that's the case, bring back Ozzie Guillen to manage the Sox because, it's. I think you got to move on at a certain point. But
I mean, hey, 05's right behind Nick.
Yeah, I know that was a tactic in college, where you're up and you can just run the timeout, go get a safety, and the clock expires. But even they could have slid when there was they had plenty of time to slide. It was only 2 seconds. What made them go that far?
Well, the record says that.
Okay, that you did. I really want. What do you think?
I don't know. The Browns just over these last few games. I mean, their defense has been the reason why they've been in games, if they have at all. Their offense hasn't produced. You've gone through Joe Flacco at one point before the deadline, which I mean, 40-year-old man about about to retire, and then you go through Dylan Gabriel again. Nothing against Joe Flacco. Okay, maybe a little
He's
trash.
garbage.
He played in like 2 games. He played in like 2 games.
Garbage. You see why they didn't let him rock?
What is he on your fantasy team?
Nah. Nah.
That is just pain written on his face if that's the case. No, I mean, Shedeur Sanders got over 200. He got 209 yards. I'll give him that. But overall, in terms of development for the Cleveland Browns, poop.
I feel like I missed a crucial part. The score was it like 34? Was the total points? I think it was 20-14. Over under was 36.
And you know what?
And he punted from the 29. What do you think about that? They could have got the easy field goal, but it would have been
like
okay. No comments, huh?
Like, bro. Like, what do you want me to say about the Cleveland Browns? What they put bags over their heads? They're garbage.
Look. See, like the fun thing about it is like I try to be nice about it. At least you're straight to the point. Like
no, because they're garbage. They put bags. I apologize.
Hey, you got Myles Garrett.
Bro, like even when they had the Sean Watson, garbage.
Look,
like
the
Garbo.
One day they're gonna come back like the Bears.
What? They
Yeah,
want to
maybe.
lose again?
They got to get Ben Johnson before they can be like the Bears.
I mean, look. Again, the Browns have a solid defense, but in today's NFL, you need both sides of the ball to really produce and make a team who they are. I mean, look at Philadelphia. They got a solid offense. They got a solid defense. I mean, it hasn't shown with Philly recently, but you get the names like you got Saquon, you got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. I mean, they won the Super Bowl last year, and it's because they clicked. Both sides of the ball need to click in order for you to get to the Super Bowl.
That Super Bowl was. I was excited to watch it.
Everyone was hate watching that Super Bowl.
I was just happy. I saw Cooper DeJean like pick. I saw Reed Blankenship and Cooper DeJean
Kermit
pick
the
him up
Frog
every
lose
play.
the
I'm like,
Super
yes.
Bowl.
I'm like,
Everyone
yes.
thought Kermit lose the Super Bowl.
Yes, I was happy. And now they're 6-5, and they're not making them.
I have
playoffs.
Oh,
sorry.
No, I was just gonna say last thing before we kind of get it back to the NBA. It would really help the Cleveland Browns if they didn't have 42 quarterbacks in a quarter of a century. If they can get some quarterback stability, then maybe they'll click on offense. But until then, I mean, they had 3 guys in rotation. It's like when you have something on deck, it's like, hey, we got this guy, and then we drafted 2 more. So
absolutely.
Instability galore.
And the issue with the Browns is like you got Myles Garrett, and you're gonna just expect him to help you just drag this team through the mud and the dirt as already crap as they are. And also, I'll leave it off on this, and then I'll head back to the corner over here.
Appreciate the input, Adam.
No,
you're holding it down.
I've always said this. There are 3 check boxes you need to check mark in order to win the Super Bowl: regular season contender, playoff contender, Super Bowl contender. Each one is different. You got regular season contenders that are the Dallas Cowboys. When they go in the playoffs, it's like you're Batman. You just disappear. Playoff contenders, potentially, like you got Green Bay over the last few years with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae, who made it to the NFC Championship, and 49ers have been their kryptonite. So there's your playoff contenders. Then you got your Super Bowl contenders. You got Philadelphia. You got the Rams. I mean, these teams have what it takes to win. Everything's clicking on all cylinders. You got the coach managing great plays, writing up great scripts and being like, hey, do this, do that. And I mean, look at Stafford. I know we've talked about it before. I mean, Stafford's in that perfect system, and everything, all those boxes are checkmarked.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Adam. Appreciate your contribution here.
Of course, back to the magic.
All right, Lee, bring us home. We're kind of running out of time here, but bring us home on some NBA. What else do we want to talk about tonight for NBA?
Well, for sure, I guess we can maybe drag the Bulls for a second if you want to.
I mean, come on, giving the Pelicans their 3rd win. Come on.
Yeah, they lost 143 to 130. Nice 3-15 advance for the Pelicans. You can't hate the player, right?
No, we were just talking about the Pelicans. They could be a good team. They got a lot of potential, but just not against the Bulls. Come on.
Yeah, come on now. We needed that, you know what I mean? And I mean, I wouldn't feel so bad if this wasn't coming off of a 30-plus point blowout against the Heat. You know what I mean? So, I guess a road game, no big deal. I do want to praise them. 7 of them in double figures. Right? I think Giddey had 21. Kobe White had 24, and the high with 28 was you guess it. Yeah.
So and it's tough too when you gotta, Vooch has kind of been your you're one of your main guys this year so far, and he's out, Herter's out. You know, it's like they can never play together. You know, somebody's always injured. It seems.
No doubt about it. You know, Vucci Mane is here strong. You know, so
Vucci Mane
in spirit. Yep, Vucci Mane.
That's his name.
I don't know if you.
Oh,
saw
hold up! I got the call for you.
He got a nickname.
He has a new portfolio, bro.
Bro, I'm the last couple I seen him, he was getting mad. He was mad at what's it called. He was like, "Get off me!" He was over him. He was like, "Bro," he was so mad about the defense they were playing. He did not like the defense they were playing. I think it was against the Wizards. Damn, that was a game where I bet under on Josh Giddey and he hit. Hey, Josh Giddey, man. Hey, bro, it's on your head, bro. Stop playing, bro. Lock in, bro. When I bet you under, you play under. Appreciate you.
No doubt.
Yeah, here I got you right here for Vucci Mane game winner
picture?
right here.
You know I was searching too.
Yeah, I gotta
searching, man.
I dragged this in. Here we go. Here, take a listen to this.
Into Kobe, checked by Avdia. Down to 5, down to 4. Game on the line right here. He takes Murray. He ducks under. Boots for the win.
Vucci Mane has done it again. Put some respect on Vucci Mane's name. Bang, bang, bang. Late game killer. We're coming back to Chicago. We're coming back home. The Cardiac Bulls do it again.
So, Josh, I ask you that you please put some respect on Vucci Mane's name.
Okay.
Bulls, please.
Okay.
I cannot.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah. Vucci held it down for us. And we knew what it was that day. You know, me and Matt were sitting at the edge of our seats, but we were conversing right before the game, and we said it could be a cardiac special. And 6 minutes later, it was.
And right. Little boozy bird.
Right? Holding it down firm.
Thank you, Nick. I didn't know that was his name.
Oh,
Stacey
brother.
King, coined by Stacey King.
Little boozy bird.
Coined by
Okay.
Stacey King.
That's what I'm hearing it.
I forgot it. Stacey.
Thank you, Stacey King, for some of these amazing nicknames here. We love them.
Great quip, Stacey. You so quick, brother.
And I feel like Stacey, that's another thing, kind of getting back to the announcers here. I feel like Stacey will interject on his own players usually. Sometimes if there's like an egregious thing that's going on, he'll kind of be like, come on, man, like, what are you doing for like commenting on another player? I feel like he's pretty good generally about making sure that he keeps it to the players he knows. And when he's given that, you know, especially more discouraging takes, he'll keep it to what he knows rather than just kind of going all over. And like you were saying, generalize and say, oh, what was that, like a prayer shot or something like that? You know, I feel like for the most part, he's pretty good about that.
No doubt about it. You know, Stacey King is definitely my go-to. I think when it comes to announcers, probably biased because of my Chicago upbringing, and loving the Bulls. But I will say this: listening to him actually, it taught me the game. You know what I mean? When
he's so good at explaining
it. Yeah, he's breaking down these plays and whatnot, as well as how Mike Harlan actually gave me more of a feel for the explosive component of offense. You know what I mean? The way that he stepped, bang! You know what I mean? He comes around the screen, a plethora of moves when James Harden is really just breaking them down, plethora of moves after plethora of moves.
He's teaching us new words out here.
Yeah, right? It's just like, okay, he went this way, went behind the back. I see he's got a bag, is what he's trying to say. And you got to love it, right? Especially when they're feeding your vocabulary. So, no, shout out to those two. Definitely, Stacey King is elite for me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Josh, you talked about the Hornets announcer. You got any other good ones that you really like?
Okay, so it's really it was the Hornets announcer at one point. I don't know. I've started to like the Nuggets announcer too because of the way I don't know, his announcing. It's fun because especially when he whenever Aaron Gordon's playing and he does a dunk, it's just like the way he like emphasizes the dunk. It's just like.
Oh yeah, bro, Mike Green, and because I did mix two people, so I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, you're good.
Mike Harlan,
Mike Harlan. Kevin Harlan, they're both like Mike Green.
Green also says bang. I love
bang.
Too.
The double bang is amazing.
I mixed up both of theirs
because I remember the double bang from the Heat series when Ray Allen stepped back. Bang, bang. It was legendary. For like, you know what I'm saying? Like I love it. Like I love energetic announcers. Like I love it.
Makes the game so much better.
Makes the game better.
Much better. Nothing without them, actually. I don't even play 2K without the announcer in the background.
Me too. I silence it. I put music in the background.
Yeah.
That's me, bro.
Gotta have, yes, sir. Fellas, thank you very much for joining us on another edition of this Donlee show. Big thank you to Adam and Josh from the Fifth Quarter Talk Show. Make sure to follow them and take a listen to their shows on the sportstownchicago.com YouTube. Lee, one more time, where can the people find you?
It'd be BROGEODI on all platforms. There was a underscore before it on TikTok.
Fantastic. Adam, come on over. Where can the good people find you one more time?
You can find me on Instagram. I am Slim_Schnady. That is SHNADY, Slim_Schnady.
Josh, let them know.
You can find me on Instagram at _Gango with 5 O's. I repeat, 5 O's.
And for me, it's Matt_D14 on Twitter. We'll be back with another show on Tuesday. Thank you once again, everybody, for listening and watching. Have a great rest of your night. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you later.
I just got caught up in these picks.